I'd like to say welcome to sunny Silverstone. It's been sunny all weekend. We've had a glorious week here. Welcome to our USA viewers. Here we are in the UK for the culmination of what has been a riveting KTM RC390 series across the UK. We've had 18 races so far, but those British racers are joined this weekend by a wealth, no fewer than 20 riders from across the world, making this the World Cup final for the KTM RC390 series. And it is a huge grid, 32 riders strong, with riders from the USA, Germany, Italy, Finland, Czechoslovakia, or the Czech Republic, Holland, Belgium, and indeed Mexico. And I have to say, in qualifying, the British riders were somewhat eclipsed. Top of the pile was Patrick Pulkkinen from Finland. The American Antonio Mazziotto was there in a runner-up spot. He's going well. Dim Ulrich from Holland, Sascha de Wiets also from the Netherlands. So the Dutch riders go very well in this sort of championship. One-make championship's always very, very strong. We've got 8 laps of this massive 3.66 mile Silverstone circuit for these guys to do, and on a 390cc KTM, number 59 there left on the grid. Let's have a look at number 50. That's Hayden Schultz, one of the Americans, guy from Florida, from Hayden Schultz Racing. Has not got his bike away, but he's allowed a bump start. Let's get it going, let's get it rolling if we possibly can. Give him a push, dump the clutch, Hayden, come on, you know how it works. And she fires up, I can hear it. That's music to my ears, but he's being made to start from pit lane. He will in fact have to start from pit lane. Series coordinator there, Steve Plater, helping out, but there you see the grid. Patrick Pulkkinen from Finland there on pole position. The American Mazziotto in runner-up spot, second in the middle. Dim Ulrich from the Netherlands, Sascha de Wiets from the Netherlands, first of the British contingent. Series leader Cameron Fraser there, ahead of Dennis Stelzer, the German, who won 2 races back-to-back at Donington Park here, making his only appearance. I'm joined by double world superbike champion and MotoGP legend Colin Edwards, who's going to help us talk through this. Colin, fantastic to have you here, but these guys on KTMs on a 3.66 mile circuit, they're going to be in 5th and 6th gear most of the time, aren't they?
And they are. It's, honestly, It's a way more track than these bikes need, but really excited. It's been a long year, big build up, and happy to see this. And this is what it is, what we need. All these guys come together at a young age and see who the cream of the crop is.
You've been involved in this championship over in the US, I guess.
Yeah. In Moto America, I think we have, 35, 40 riders show up every weekend, so it's been probably the most exciting racing we've had all year, and these guys are pumped and they're ready.
The opportunity for a young rider these days has never been greater. I mean, wherever you go in the world, the openings are there.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. You've got, I think it started with the Red Bull rookies, in the Grand Prix. They follow those guys around. So for here, it's just a matter of, this is the, let's say, the very first step.
Well, these bikes are so evenly matched. They're all running Metzeler Street tyres. They are unbelievably competitive. And, of course, this is where the power-to-weight ratio comes in. We've got tiny little guys. The age range here, 13 to 18 years. We've got tiny guys. We've got great big strapping teenagers. So it's going to be very, very interesting. We're on the warm-up now. Colin Edwards stripping off in here. It's warm in the studio, as you can imagine. We've had a fantastic season in the UK. We've got another race in this championship tomorrow, and the score for the World Cup will be on aggregate. But of course, the British boys are out there going for their own points. So leading the British Championship, Cameron Fraser ahead of Chris Taylor, Kevin Keyes. And the best of those qualifiers, Cameron Fraser, who put it on 5th place on the grid. 32 riders. This is about as big a grid, Colin, as we're ever going to see, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's, I was under the impression everybody was running the same series, same spec tire all through the world, and I understood basically we've been running on Dunlops all year. Now our kids had to adapt to the Metzlers, but they adapted pretty good, and here we go, about to get on the way.
8 laps then of this massive, best part of 30 miles of racing here with these RC390s. We're going to sit really, really close on the run down to Cops Corner, the first right-hander. Everybody tucked in, the red flag moving away. Watch top left of your screen. Watch the lights. Lights are on. Lights are off. And away they go, dumping the clutch, heading towards Cops Corner. And we're going to see absolute mayhem here because it's going to be close. Cameron Fraser, 66, getting his nose.
Great start by Mazziotto there. He's out front.
Yeah, the American Mazziato, really good guy, put the thing in second on the grid, and he's got the best of the fin as they go down towards the left-hander of Maggots and Beckett's. Here we go.
Right now, it's just about, you know, these guys have had a couple laps, obviously. They've been sitting on the grid. Tires have cooled off just a little bit, so get a few corners under your belt, get them scrubbed in, get them nice and warm, and then let's go.
Silverstone circuit, Colin, no strange venue to you. You've been here many times on all sorts of machinery, basically. One of the premier circuits in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, I mean, Donington was my favorite for a long time, and then we came to Silverstone. Our first experience here, it just pissed down rain for the whole weekend. And then once they added this new section, the Formula One section, call it, it kind of changed the whole dynamic of the track, and it's been one of our favorites to come to ever since.
It's certainly a big lap, and for these KTMs, as I said at the outset, they're going to be stretched. They're going to be breathing hard here. Now, waiting for them to come out okay.
Coming out of the club corner, the run up toward out it is. I'm leading this one, and this looks 24. Jim Ulrich is this one, then on number 14, the second back, that is Patrick Volkner, and Volkner goes to the top.
I think Volkner, I think he just took the lead.
Well, the Dutchman, Ulrich, number 24, was out there running second place in the Dutch KTM Cup, but 24 looking through there. There's Ulrich again, so that Dutchman fighting back.
You know, and if you're watching at home, watching on the computer, you have to realize the perfect line around here, you're going to have to leave the door wide open, and these kids are going to take plenty of advantage of that. You know, it's a lot of defensive riding, I think, here in the early laps, and see if these guys can pull away.
There's Volkner, number 14, in second place, right in the middle of your picture now. And on the left-hand side of him, that's Brendan Ort, one of the Americans as well, from Brendan Ort Racing, number 51, but sweeping through there. That's Mazziotti again. So these USA guys, the Americans, are not just sitting here, they're strong at this.
Yeah, they are, and they've been going good all year, you know, and they've been at good tracks, and their pace has been good, and they've been working Mazziato. I mean, these kids have grown up kind of in the mini moto and learning, and it's that new age, you know, you have to start young, and these guys are pretty quick.
When you get to the world scene, somebody like Casey Stone, who retires, you know, in his late 20s, he's already had something like 20 years racing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, I retired at 40. I had 36 years of racing under my belt. So it's these kids are the same. You know, they started with, well, we got to follow.
Yeah, the repair bill just went up by a few dollars. Yeah, frustration. These young riders bounce well, but you can see he's sick. He's out of it. He's got another effort tomorrow, but at the front then, and the hanging off style of the race leader. We're still waiting for our timing monitor to play catch up as well here. One or two technical issues in the box, but I'm sure you're enjoying it back there at home, folks. Get stuck in. Look at the action here. Let's have a look, see if we can see who comes down.
Let's see what happens. I don't know. They just lost the front and tucked it. That might be, is that Gage McAllister? I think it looks like an American, or I can't see from here. I'm old, I need glasses.
I think there's a pair there, but they're James Whittam, so I doubt if they'll work. Nothing from Yorkshire works. Number two, I think that is Gage McAllister, the number 2 rider, so we'll try and get a look at the bike when he picks it up, but it is number 2, indeed, confirmed on our monitor. So Gage McAllister, one of your guys, Colin, out of the running.
Yeah, not good, and he qualified pretty bad. He had some issues with this morning, and not good to see that. He's our champion.
Mazziotti leading then, and then Braden Ort. So we've got Americans 1, 2, but number 51 looking hard down the inside there. That is Braden Ort. So they're running strongly at the front here.
Yeah, and Braden, I think he was 13th or 14th on the grid, so he got a great start, and he's out there with the lead group.
Kevin Keys there from Offaly in Era.
Well, you can see how congested it is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you try to take the perfect line, you leave the door wide open. So, and these guys are going to take plenty of advantage. I think you're dealing with 38 horsepower. Is that what these things have? So you can't really shove it in there and get it out. You have to carry lots of momentum.
14, that's Volkner, the Finn. Came here really strongly, the Finn. Strong in qualifying. Pole position, that says it all. He went round here at a 2:34.2 and just 0.3 of a second faster than Mazziotti, who's really trying to close him down.
And we got Braden Ort and Mazziato second and third, the Americans. They're trying to. Ben looks like he's getting away.
He does. He certainly does. We're only on lap 2. It seems they've been racing for ages. 3 laps just completed now. 84 shaking his head. That's Hugh Overbeek, the Dutchman, 4th in the Dutch KTM Cup. But everybody comes here, you know, with such high hopes. But when you go on the world stage, in fact, you've got the quality of riders from all over the world. It's a great level.
It is, you know, and I mean, the guy was just shaking his head, but I mean, these bikes, when you have 3, 4, 5 bikes out in front of you, you may as well add 5 horsepower, because they're all breaking the, whoa, they're getting together there.
They do get bunched up, they do get tucked in. And we're checking that in 22nd place. So some real quality riders not even cutting it here, because the pace at the front is so quick. And still we don't have the benefit of our timing monitor, which has gone a little bit on the blink.
Would love to fill you in on everything, but we're kind of handicapped here.
Yeah, I once called a race in a Renault Cup when I had no pictures for 14 laps. That was fun.
Making a bunch of stuff up.
I was. Yeah. Fortunately, the only view I had was outside the commentary box window, but here we are on lap 3, waiting for them to appear from around the back of the circuit. They're gone for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Stelzer there. He came here at Donington Park, Colin, and won 2 races back-to-back at Donington Park, your favourite circuit. But he's not even cutting it. He's in 13th place. That underlines the quality of what we've got. 16 out in front. That's Mazziotti again. And still Ray Nort going with him. So they're really showing us how to do it here. And not bad considering, you know, they're used to running on different rubber.
Yeah, and where did the Finn go? Finn, when he was up front, and I see 2 Americans, and is that 2 Dutch behind him?
Yes.
Finn was up front.
Certainly not there now. Number 14 has gone. So Volkinen has gone.
Stay on the track, Braden.
Mazziotti 16. Volkinen down in about 5th place at the moment, the Finn. So he's obviously had a bit of a moment. They were bunching up. Here we go then. This is Mazziotti riding under the Jimmy Winters Motorsport banner out of Hamilton, New Jersey.
You know, and these guys, they got a couple practices in, obviously, but I think there might be one guy here that's been here before. So all these guys are still learning the track. They're still learning where the bumps are, lap by lap, and they're still experimenting a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that's true of all the group, because nobody here has been around the Silverstone circuit. Any of these young lads. We've got a new race leader, number 9, Robert Schotman from Holland, out of Dordrecht in Holland. So Schotman, who qualified, let me see where he qualified. He was in 7th place in qualifying yesterday afternoon. So he knows his way around here, but he's out in front. Mazziotti then relegated to Schotman fighting back. Mazziotti neck and neck, these two. This is where the battle, Colin, is now beginning to shape up. We've got, what, the 10-wheeler. Look at those guys. How close do you want it?
It's nuts, you know, and that's the thing about this race. And when you have 38 horsepower, you got somebody pushing the wind, somebody else wants to push the wind, and when you got 4 of them doing it, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place, they're just getting a huge tow. Keeps them right in line with them.
I tell you what, this is reminiscent of. Cast your mind back to the 125 Grand Prix days.
Absolutely.
Where you get exactly the same thing.
You'd get exactly the same thing, you know. I mean, you can only push so much wind with so much horsepower right now. You got somebody breaking it for you, it's a lot easier.
Look at these guys. Half distance here. They are so bunched up. And it's all going to shape up, and as usual it's going to come down to the closing stages. Number 40 in there as well. That's Sean Kelly, the young guy out of Hollywood, racing for KTM Mexico.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's been going good all weekend. And you know, this is all about, as long as somebody doesn't bonsai up the inside, create a big stall for everybody, it's going to stay like this for the next few laps, next 4 laps.
I have to ask you, how does somebody out of Mexico have a name like Sean Kelly?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of strange, huh? I had a high school buddy named Sean Kelly, and I'm in Texas.
Oh, well, there you go. Brilliant. Oh, look at that sweeping move round the outside by 14 again. So Pulkkinen is fighting back. Keep an eye on the Finn, number 14, right there, further down the order in 5th or 6th place. It's all going on at the front.
You can see these guys are riding defensive because they know if they take the right line for the lap time, somebody's going to come right under them. So everybody seems to be riding kind of a tight line.
Schotman being shuffled back now to about 4th place. But our race leader, 51, that's Braden Nort.
Just got past.
55, Kevin Keys. That's Kevin Keys The young Irishman who's done so well in the British Championship. Kevin Keys running strongly with 4 wins under his belt already. There he is, number 55.
And you know, it's impressive to me. These kids are all young. They're on the limit. All these kids are on the limit. Whoa! Come on, Mazziato. Keep it upright.
You have to say.
That was close. He just, look at all the momentum he just lost. He's going to have a lot of work.
Well, it's a done deal. He's lost it, hasn't he? That's all it takes, surely.
Yeah, I mean...
Is there any way back from that?
There is, but it's going to take a couple laps. I mean, he can't do it in one lap. He lost it before he even got out. That was lucky, I'm telling you.
He was lucky. Chris Taylor there, 79, right with him. So Chris Taylor's a star in the making, and he's runner-up at the moment in the British Championship. So Chris Taylor having his work cut out here, just finding that these guys from across the pond can really get the hammer down when they want to. It's fantastic stuff. It's still anybody's, anyone at 10.
No, absolutely. I think there's 20 there, you know, just depends. And this is where these guys that I've noticed this year is, you know, you're smart riders. They know where they need to be with a lap to go. You know, there's Anita, she's one of our Americans. You know, she doesn't look it, but she is.
Well, are you impressed with the quality of the track craft? You know, the sense they demonstrate. You know?
Yeah, and just being smart. You know, a lot of motorcycle racing is being smart. I mean, it's one thing to take your brain out, turn it off, open the gas. But when you can be this young and be smart and pay attention to what's going on around you, that's next level.
Well, now we have Chris Taylor, the man from Coventry, number 79, with 5 wins under his belt in the UK Series, leading this one at the moment. Kevin Keys right with him. So these boys on home ground are now coming in Keys. And they're, Greg Norton, number 51, having a look at a lunge underneath in 3rd place at the moment, but it's a Brit leading, and it's an Irishman in 2nd. It's an American in 3rd. This truly is an international tussle, bar none. Great stuff. They're going to take this experience into their careers. A lot of them hope to get on the Red Bull Rookie program, I'm sure.
Absolutely. You know, this is the first time these guys have done anything international. So I remember my first international race, and it was a big thing, you know, and these guys will remember that forever. So hats off to all 5 of them, all the countries. You know, they'll all remember this.
Well, I'm still seeing Braden Norton, number 51, heading up the front. You can see at home, ladies and gentlemen, he's sitting there watching this, just how close it is. And these guys fighting through from the back. They're up the inside. Kevin Keys is going to give it his best shot, but it's the American Orr leading at the moment.
And that's Hayden Schultz, another American in 2nd. He tried to go around the outside of him, that didn't work.
You know, Colin, we need some Americans, don't we, in world-class racing, so maybe this is the next crop.
Yeah, and you know, that's why we're starting from ground zero. We have to. We just have to start from the bottom and groom these kids and give them all the opportunity we can.
Robert Shotman there, number 9. There, Kevin Keys being shuffled back to 3rd. Somebody looking underneath him. Keys, though, still in 3rd place, holding on tenaciously to it. I mean, the action is so thick and fast here, it's hardly possible to describe individual antics. It's a collective effort, and what a collective effort it is. They are line astern, ducking and diving. Still 2 laps to go. I can't wait. It's going to be riveting.
And, you know, I mean, they've proved it right now. Nobody can pull away. But anyways, there's not enough time now. That usually happens lap 2 or 3 if somebody can dart away. So the top 10, top 12, you know right now, if you're out there on track, anybody has a chance. It's just a matter of putting yourself in the right position with 1 lap to go.
Well, Colin, that mistake by Mazziato put him down in 10th place, and there doesn't appear to be any way back.
Yeah, but he's 10th place, but he's only 0.9 of a second off the leader, so a good draft, down a couple straightaways, and he could be right back there.
What's the place between friends? Number 48, Sean Dillon, so the young lad riding under the Mexican banner, and he was the sole representative for Mexico when they called his name out. He stepped forward very proudly, and he's leading the race at the moment. And let's see if they can hang on to it. Well, you know, this is a bit like the Tour de France. You know, who's going to go to the front? Isn't it?
It is. You know, it's the hill climb. You know, you got your 10 guys, and who's going to do the sprint right at the end?
It's absolutely fantastic. So, I really love these KTM races.
And you know, it's just spec classes. Spec classes always turn out to be great racing.
This is huge value. I mean, I don't know how it equates in your money, but in the UK, £10,000 buys a season of racing and you get to keep the bike off.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. So, but you know, these kids have that opportunity, and that's awesome. It is just, it's about time, I should say.
Here we go then. Sean Kelly, number 40, leading. And right blue, number 59, Hayden Schultz in there.
Braden Norton, third.
Yeah, indeed. Braden Norton.
Oh, that was close.
That's all it took. That's all it took. Diving underneath then.
You know, that's the one thing I hear about these bikes. If anybody ever complains, they whoa, that's way out.
KTM were known for their off-roading. And
But the only complaint I ever hear is not enough side grip. You know what I mean? You have to understand they're on a small, you know, rear tire. Everything's pretty much production. Whoa, that's not good.
Oh, that's a huge, huge crash. Got hooked up.
Whoa.
I think that was a touch of front wheel, met back wheel.
That was a little late braking. The guy turned in on him, and obviously he wasn't expecting.
He was away though, up and running. So great to see him. So that's one of the home riders down on the deck there. Number 79, that was indeed
So we got a 4-rider breakaway after that little incident. If these guys place, let's see what's going to go on here.
That's blown Chris Taylor's chance. This is the replay.
Oh, Schultz, and whoa, Schultz ran out wide too. It looks like Schultz is out of the race as well.
Yeah, that just didn't have a hope in hell, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't. You know, they went to turn in, and obviously he wasn't expecting it.
Well, Chris Taylor then, second in the championship.
That's
taken him
Schultz
out the
right there.
Schultz down as well?
Yeah, Schultz. There was another guy that ran off with him.
What's that done there? Let's shake a job up. Let's put Braden Nord out in front. So Braden Nord out in front then, 51, but right with him still, it's young Sean Kelly. Is this going to be a USA or Mexico 1-2? Oh. Penultimate lap.
You see that one little mistake the leader made, second place went through, and he's got 5 bike links on him.
It's now a 4-way stroke, folks.
Hey, track's not over there, man.
Number 9, that's Robert Schottman still, the Dutchman fighting back. 14 hitting the front again. I eat my words, Polkinen has come all the way through. So Polkinen, the Finn, the pole position man, is out in front here, the number 14 rider.
Yeah, these top 4, they had a little breakaway. They started messing each other up a little bit. The rest of the group's caught them.
So evenly matched, but we are still only on the penultimate lap. After this, the 3.66 miles of the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit to negotiate, and it's still anyone's race. Lurking there in 5th place, that's Dim Ulrich, the 2nd place Dutchman in the National Championship, who qualified very well here in 3rd place. And still, you can see the Finn. Polkinen it is then.
3 abreast. They're all in their hot.
I have to say the number 9 bike of Schottman looking steady. So Finland leads, Holland in 2nd place at the moment. And it is only at the moment because Braden 51 is in 3rd. Coming around to complete the penultimate lap, and now it's 3.6 miles to go, and this is where it's all gonna break out, I'm sure.
This is where it starts. Yeah, I mean, all these guys are all together. Your top 6 or 7, any one of these guys could win the race.
What you're really saying, Colin, is that first 7 laps was just to ensure you were in with a chance.
Yeah. First 7, look at this. Oh my gosh.
Look at this, really, really
And
close.
you know, this is when you're up front. I mean, you have to ride defensive, but you don't have enough horsepower to get you out of the corner, so you still have to ride smart and still try and carry as much momentum as possible.
Are they at this point thinking, I just want to beat the guy in front, or are some of them now thinking strategically, I'm going to sit in the slipstream and maybe make a last bend ditch?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, right now, man, who knows?
Five across.
Who knows? I mean, I would think right now, if I was out there, I'd want to lead. I just want to get out and try and hit your next 7, 8 corners perfect and pull a little bit of a distance.
Well, the leader then is the Dutchman, Ulrich. And then 40 in 2nd place,
Wow.
Sean Kelly. He's looking good.
He come right up the inside.
Yep.
He ran a little deep.
Dutchman wide. A young American out of Mexico, as I say, lives in Hollywood. And what a great, very photogenic young man, if I may say so. And look, there you can see your supporters on the inset there in the window, but Ulrich still out in front.
Oh, Braden lost the drive there, just got passed by 2 people. He went from 3rd to 5th.
Kelly nudged back a place there. Ulrich the Dutchman out in front is going to bring it home first. And don't write off Pulkkinen. Number 14, Pulkkinen is looking strong as well. Oh,
Brayton going up the inside.
Fantastic stuff.
You know what? This is fighting. This is about... Whoa! Okay, I think that's it. I think these top two guys are going to finish 1-2 as long as they don't do anything stupid.
Ulrich then tucked in now, right behind him though. Sean Kelly, number 40, is going to give it all he's got. Dylan Kelly hits the front. Braden Orr there, 51. There's the Dutchman, 24, fighting back and right in the back there.
Trying to go around the outside.
Oh, is there a way through here? Kelly again. He's got it front. He's broken it. He's got enough of the lead. If he can hold it now and nail it to the flag, it's going to be about the scrap for the other two places on the podium. Kelly, it is. Number 40. Head down for KTM Mexico, the 13-year-old. Yes, 1-3. 13-year-old takes the checkered flag.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. That was as good as any race I've worked on.
Oh, man, I got my blood pressure up here. That was a great race.
Fantastic. Hope you enjoyed that back home, folks. Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
And Mazziato, after that mistake, came back to 5th.
Yeah, recovered well, because a tough call running at that speed. Pulkkinen, a bit disappointing. He'll be fed up with that.
And lap time. Wow, that's best. Let's see. 35.8. I think that's the best lap time, and that was from Sean Kelly. So he should be on pole for the next race. No, 35.7. Strudwick.
Young Tom Strudwick, yeah. Well, he's
35.6.
There's your race leader.
Yep. Hey, look how happy he is.
Schultz did a 35.1, so there it is. He's the pole position man. But brilliant, brilliant. Wow. Breathless. I know I've said it before, but I need to lie down in a dark room. That was good stuff, and there's more to come yet, folks.
I feel like I need a beer or something just to calm down.
Funny you should say that, but my fridge is packed up in the motorhome. We've got to do something about that. There it is, confirmed. Kelly from Ulrich. So the American out of Mexico wins from the Dutchman. Braden Orr for the USA in third. Schottman for Holland. Mazziato, USA. So they were strong over here, these guys. Pulkkinen the Finn, the pole position man, 6th. Tom Strudwick back from injury. First ride back since Brands Hatch in the middle of the season. Broken arm. Well done, young man. Sasha De Wiets, Dennis Stelzer from Germany, and Jupp Overbeek from Holland completing the top 10. So it's fair to say the Americans and the Dutch were strong here. Tony Erhard, our own James Nagy from Aaron Wright and Cameron Fraser. And that is our championship leader, Cameron Fraser, ahead of Lee Hindle, Jirka Merkva from the Czech Republic, Maximilian Sonjas, Marco Fetz, Willy Vertenen, and Finn de Vruwen, 20th place. Wonderful race. Brilliant stuff.